kind of a review and definite recommendation for the course that I took to learn about publishing, indie publishing your own books. For me, I'm just gonna say that I'm the kind of person who is perfectly capable of researching things on my own and usually prefer to do that. It's hard for me to justify paying for a course for something that I know I can kind of research and look up on my own. But we'll just start with the fact that when it comes to self-publishing or independent publishing, there is such a wide variation of information out there. There's so much information that it can be super overwhelming. So I work full-time. I also am a part-time adjunct instructor. I am a wife and a stepmom, and I have other obligations, simple things like I run a book club, I serve on a board of directors, I have an off and on part-time gig contributing to textbooks. So I have a lot of other things going on. On top of that, I was trying to write. So I needed like a cheat sheet basically to tell me what to do, when to do it, how to get started, just to get me up to speed. It didn't have to be the only way, or hey, I really didn't want somebody to be like, this is the only way to do it, this is the right way, and I do see some people out there doing that. I wanted to take a course of some kind that didn't do that, because I know logically there's not just one right way to do something. There's not a one size fits all. So I was kind of looking for that. The course I'm going to recommend is Publish and Thrive. It is a course that is created by a longtime indie author, Sarra Cannon, who also has a YouTube channel, Sarra Cannon, for her book fans. She also has a YouTube channel that many people are familiar with called Heart Breathings, where she shares a wealth of knowledge about self-publishing and also about planning, by the way. She has a totally separate, it's called HB90 planning system. I mean, you can look on YouTube and see where tons of people use that system. I did not take that course, so I can't speak to that course. I already kind of had my own planning system in place. It's very kind of similar to what I see people doing and what she talks about. But of course, I didn't take that actual course, so I can't really tell you what's in that. But I can tell you, Publish and Thrive is comprised of videos, some workbooks, I think some checklists, and a Facebook group. So it's, and some lives. Like I said, I needed a cheat sheet. So this course, what I feel like I paid for and what I invested in, and let me preface this with saying, I am usually that type of person who goes to a conference or a training or a workshop and is kind of disappointed normally or bummed out, I didn't get what I felt I could have, because I've already done a lot of research on my own, and I don't want to pay to go somewhere and have somebody tell me something I'd already heard or I'd heard a million times, or that I could easily find that. So it takes a lot to impress me when it comes to that. So what I feel like I paid for. I feel like I paid for someone else to do the research, for someone else to test that research and provide information on their 10-year experience using those methods, which you can't really put a price tag on that, to be honest. I feel like I got step-by-step instructions, detailed how to do things, where to go, resources to use, how to, what things to look for, how to find things. Also, besides the step-by-step and detailed instructions of the entire process. So there's a Facebook group and also these live weekly, I think it was weekly, don't quote me on that, I don't know if she might be changing it up, but there are live videos where you can ask questions, and the Facebook group in and of itself would be worth some kind of membership fee, but you get added to that group. Once you take this course, you can keep redoing it, you have access to them forever, you can do the lives, you're part of the course forever. So you pay the one-time price and then you're basically in, as long as the course exists, I guess. And the Facebook group has been super invaluable. So that's kind of just an overview of the course. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to be honest and say, because of all my other obligations, that I am way behind what I could be. I feel like for someone who has a lot more free time than me, this course could get you put on that path like super, super quick. For me, I have to do things in chunks because that's the time that I have right now. So I had this book written, and I didn't know how to go about doing anything. I mean, to be frankly honest, I think I would have just tried to design my own cover. I wouldn't have, I don't know, it would have just been like kind of a train wreck. I don't know really what I would have done, but I didn't have a plan. And this gave me like a plan of where to start. Of course, I'm not able to do all of the things that she suggests or recommends or teaches you about up front because I need to add them on incrementally and gradually as I go. When I have free time, I do something else. But anyway, I didn't even know about like reader magnets, to be honest. I mean, I'd heard that term, but I didn't understand or realize the importance or what you would do with them or how you would distribute it. So I have one of those too, which I wrote last year. I published both of these at the end of 2020. It took me a while to even get to that point of coming up with a plan, what I wanted to do, had to get them edited and all that stuff. This is one of the books by the author Sarra Cannon, who does this course. She has a few series, and this is just one of the newer ones. So that's her book. But also back to the community. So I really needed to meet more writers, especially people who were trying to pursue this self-publishing path. And so I've met some really awesome other writers. I really needed to meet other writers kind of like in my, lifestyle and age group. So I did that, like other people who were working a lot or had a lot of other obligations. In fact, one of the people I met through that course is very busy also, and she wrote this book. So this is just a plug. This is a really awesome book. It is it's a zombie book, but it's got a really interesting twist. I highly recommend it. So, community and just kind of meeting other people in the same positions. Meeting other people, it's a sense of community and meeting other people in the same stages as you, so that you'll have people to be like, oh, did you try, book funnel? Do you use book report? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? And that is also like a wealth of knowledge that you just can't get. It's hard to find that on your own. Now, I of course belong to multiple other groups that have their own kind of marketing, I don't know what you want to call it, their own business plan, structure, idea, their own guidelines, whatever. But this is by far like the best, most comprehensive program, I'm going to say, that I have seen, especially for like what the cost is. It's extremely reasonable in my opinion, an investment. It's also produced by somebody who is making a very comfortable living writing books and who's very kind of like open and transparent about her journey to that, as opposed to, I see a lot of people trying to do courses who are not making an actual livable income from writing. Like, you can't teach that. I mean, if you're just teaching marketing side from a marketing background, that's one thing, but I see these independent authors who do not have a marketing background teaching that, and I don't know, for me, that's a no-go. I wanted to share this because a lot of people have asked me like where I learned, to do this, or I'll be talking about something and they'll be like, what are you talking about? And it'll be somebody who's kind of done some self-publishing before. And I feel like I'm a step ahead of maybe where they're at, even if they self-published like 3 years ago. They have no business plan, no marketing plan, and they're like, I've made $20 in the last 3 years. And I don't know if I'm gonna become a successful, actual income earning author. I hope so, and I feel confident that I've been provided with a very good plan to get there. It's just getting myself there at the rate that I'm capable of. So, that being said, yeah, if you were looking for a course to get you on that track, especially if you have like a draft of something and you're like, now what? I feel like this would be prime time. So anyway, her next course starts February 8th. So you have not very long to decide to sign up, but I'll put the link in my description so that you can go to it. It is an affiliate link, so keep that in mind. I just want to disclose that and be upfront. But by no means, please don't think that's why I'm recommending this. I've been telling everybody about this course. Like, I am in so many author and writer groups, and I see people who are so lost, who are like, don't know what to do. And I'm just always like telling people you should take this course, because I mean, oof, it sucks to be like lost and not know what to do and have so much information out there that it's like so overwhelming. So I think I've talked way too long. I've talked way long enough. So yeah. Anyway, if you have self-published, I would love to know what your book is. Drop it in the comments. Thanks, and